Hello, this is Tanmay, and today I'll be showing you how we are going to track our user for clicking on our online platform and for link clicks. So there can be two types of clicks that are happening on the global platform. So for tracking the same, there will be certain modifications or in the settings and the configurations that we are going to make. So for tracking something, we'll have to first create a trigger. So trigger is defined as nothing but do something when certain thing happens. So if a user clicks on something, then do something. So for creating these types of triggers, what we do is we move on to the new trigger section here. So now for creating a trigger configuration, we'll have to click on this pencil button. And for creating a general click for tracking all the elements, that if a user clicks on any element on our website, then we'll have to select this all elements click. So if we select it, we'll have two options, all clicks and some clicks. Now, if you have to track each and every element that is the user is clicking on your platform, then you will have to stick to this option. If you'll have to track only certain clicks that are happening, then you will be configuring these. Now, these are nothing but according to your use, I'll be telling you how you will be using them. So first we are sticking to the all clicks. So using this, you can create a trigger where all your clicks are being tracked, or all the user clicks are being tracked. So you can save it from here and it will be created. Now, next type of click can be a link click. Now, it is different from a normal element click, as an anchor tag is being clicked by the user. So it will fire up something, and so it's different from normal click. So click just links, you can notice the trigger type is also very much different from the normal one, and also the option are different. Here the options are all link clicks and some link clicks. So for tracking each and every link on your website, you can stick to this option, and no need to worry about other options and move to save. So when you'll do this, all the link clicks on your website will be tracked, and you can see the same in your preview mode after configuring it to a tag. So for demo purposes, I'll be doing here, I'll be showing you how we are tracking only a certain click of a link that is happening on our website. So if we move on to our website, so you will notice that there can be multiple ways of tracking a particular element. So if I give you an example, so in front of you is an image and some text is written, and there is this read more button. So now to track this read more button, what I can do is I can either use the text that is inside this button. I can use this here in the uh, click element contains equals section, and then I can just pass the text. In here we'll also select the relevant option for text. But if I say that no, there can be other options for read more as well, so that will create a problem. So we'll have to be a bit more specific in that case. So for that we can use, either we can use id for passing an html id. We'll have to contact our developers, and the developer will pass it and just inform us for the same. And the last way for doing is, that is more user friendly. If you are a analytic person, then definitely this will be easier for you. Read more is having a specific css selector for the same, for tracking this element. So if I show you by clicking on this element, on this anchor tag, you'll see this anchor tag gets fired. Now if you right click here and press on the copy button, you will see that there are a lot of options here. In this you can select copy selector. Now copy selector will give you something of a unique selector value that you can track that specific read more button. Now the code that you can see in front of you is a very specific code that is very specific to that particular button. No other button can have other CSS selector like this. This is unique. Now we can select this value, click element contains this, and after this you can click on save button. I have already done this, so I'll just show you mine. So this is a see more click that I created as a trigger. Now this is nothing but I am talking about this see more buttons, that how many users actually clicked this see more. For this I have created a trigger and all the options are very similar. I have used click just links trigger type, some link clicks, and as previously mentioned, click element matches CSS selector and body. This is the CSS selector that I copied using the right click. And like this, I have created this see more click trigger. Now, after you are done with making this trigger, you will have to configure a tag for this trigger. So for doing the same, we'll head towards the tag section. So in here, what you'll do is you'll just simply create a new tag here and you'll select the GA4 event. The configuration tag will be selected. In my case, it is GA4 config. Yours will be according to the naming conventions. And the event name, you can pass that what's happening on this certain tag. I'm just now naming it to be XYZ. You can give your own. And for the trigger, when you'll click on trigger, you'll see that there will be the trigger that you recently created. You can see more click is a trigger that I created that matches to a certain CSS selector. So I can just select this and add. So you'll see that now this trigger gets associated to this tag, and once this trigger happens, this tag will be fired. So like this, you will be configuring your trigger that you created to your GA4 event. I have already done that, so I'll show you that. So you can see that see more clicked tag is being created here, and all the options that I mentioned previously are selected here. So if we move ahead to the preview mode after making all the changes, so I'll click on the preview button and the Google Tag Assistant will be opened. I'll press connect and the debugger will be open to my window, and then you'll see I'll press here click. I'll just navigate to this. Yeah. So you'll see that once I'm scrolling, all these triggers are happening and the summary is being updated here. And if I click on this certain see more button, you'll see that on the 9th number, there is a link click that is happening. And you can see the tags that are fired here are nothing but the tag that we created here. It is named see more clicked, its status is fired, and the trigger that was associated to it is see more click. So we are successful in tracking only a particular button on our website and not all the buttons. So this is much about tracking your user on the basis of link clicks and element clicks. You can always choose to stick to either all the clicks that user is happening. Now that is not very useful if we talk about analytics, but if you use the some link clicks option in the triggers, then that can really pass on some really important and useful information to business users. So this was all about tracking. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.